Hello everyone, this is Gewben. I come from Baltimore, China, so here I should thank to the CC Asian first to give me the chance to stand here to share all the past work experience from my side. I will share about how to make your game successful globally. So I'd like to share some information about my company, Baltimore. Founded in 2007, and we are built the mobile billing solution for all the game developer. On the one hand, we are connect to the carriers of each country, like the Vodafone, like the T-Mobile, like the AT&T, China Mobile, and on the right hand, we are linked to the so many game developer. Now we over have 76,000 developers follow us to and use our service. We have our headquarters in Estonia, and now we have the US branch. And last year we built the Beijing branch only for the Asian country developer. So that's why I'm here, and we want to help the Asian developer to go to the overseas and get profit. Baltimore, we have 6-year history. Now we are used by so many top game developer already, and not only from mobile game developer, but also for the web page provider. 80% of our customers are from the mobile developer, and 20% from web page developers, some like the Baidu and the Facebook. Why they are using the Baltimore service? Because in several countries, like the Latin American, like the European countries, not so many users they have credit card, but they have the phone. So then they can make the phone bill to deduct for the account. So let's go to the topic. So in the past, the many game developer, if they think, oh, we develop the games, they think about the first is the iOS version of the games. But I think now it's balanced to the everything shipped to the Android phones. So why? Because you can see this picture. This is Android taking the lead. Yes, this is Android phones. They are selling to all over the world. We can see US, Brazil, China, India. These 4 countries, the Android version have lead the market, and the little bit different is Russia. But I think the Russia will soon, the market share of the Android device will go increase, because last year we signed with several OEMs, the phone manufacturer in China. They are shipping millions of phones per month to Russia. So I think this data should be changed very quickly. The second reason, the very important reason, is the revenue potential for Android is growing. So how I can see this? Because we can see the first picture. Yes, the download data. We can see from iOS App Store and the Google Play App Store. You can see the last year Q4 and this year Q1. It's all increasing, and we can see the download from Google Play is more and more close to the iOS App Store. And also we can see the second picture about the app revenue. Now we can even the Google Play now is a little bit behind by the iOS App Store, but you can see last quarter and this quarter we have double times for the Google Play income, and this is only Google market. Because in so many countries, like in Asia, like in European countries, they have their own App Store only for Android games. So that means the revenue share from the Android device should be increasing so quickly. Well, only place the iOS developer revenue come from App Store, I think it's not very fair for these two. But we can see the Android phone, they have tens of alternative and the regional App Store. They have so many type of like the in-game advertising, the item selling, and another type of the purchase for the player. So we can see the revenue share really is potential for the Android device. And here is a picture of from the data about the phone users and the credit card users. They have generally, they have two methods to let the mobile game developer to monetize the graphics from the users. The first is advertising, another is selling virtual credits or the in-game item. I think in this forum, and a lot of audience, you learn so much from the how to make money from in-game advertising. But here, I want to share some data from the payment information. You can see the red color. It shows the mobile phone user in 5 countries. US, Brazil, we pick up the 5 major countries globally. We can see so many users. They are only have the phone but do not have credit card right here. But the gray color shows the credit card holders. We can see so many countries, like the last year I met with several Chinese developers locally. They complain with me like yes, we have nothing wrong. I mean the payment nothing wrong in US, in UK, in Germany, in France. That's okay for us, but we still have problem to get money from like the Latin American countries, like the Middle European country and the Southeast Asian countries, because here the people do not have credit card, they don't have PayPal account, they don't have Google Checkout account, they only have the phone. So that's why I to tell about like we should take care of the phone users, but how to get the phone users pay for your game. So it's very easy, just let them to pay by their phone bills. Yes, we can see the next picture, how to make the purchase. Like this is a Rovio case. The player, when they play the games, only to click the item and make the payment. It's very easy for the mobile phone users, because they do not need type any information, anything in the web page, and also the player do not need register, only click the button and make the payment. So it's very, very quickly. And compare with a local credit card conversion of the paying user, the mobile phone billing will up to the 10% after free trial, I think. So this is from Flexion, our very trustable partner site. Another thing is I think also very important, like every developer, they said, oh, we need suitable for the Google Play version, we need suitable for the Amazon version, maybe other version, because every app store, they have their own SDK to integrate, right? Like in China, we have more than 15 app store need to integrate. That means if the one developer, they want to get money from globally, at least they have 50 SDK should integrate, but with a photo SDK. So you only need one SDK to integrate your phones and get money from globally. That means wherever the player from, wherever the player use and what kind of phone they use, they only can pay from the phone bill. So it's very, very easy and simple for the users. So when you do the payment for your games, I think the credit card is necessary in the developed countries. But for developing countries, you should think about to let users pay by their phone bills. Now we can talk about the pricing. So how to make the item price for your games. Still, like in China, we have the research, like in China, the player, they like paying item around 5 to 6 yuan and local currency. Because the players, they just satisfied with this kind of item selling. But in US, the 6 yuan equal to $1, around $1. But actually in US, the players, they are willing to pay $4.99 for purchase one item. So in the different country, I think the developer should think about and taxes several times to make the sure. So what kind of user can pay what kind of price for your item. So it is very, very necessary. So this is an average price point which we search from our database in January this year. So we can see the Sweden, Spain, Germany, UK, Russia, Brazil, and Mexico. The players, they are satisfied with different level of the price points. So it's also very, very important to the developers. Here is the localization. If you are maybe you are the standard studio or you are indie developer, you can only think about the English version. But if you want to go globally, I recommend you to think about the Chinese version, the Spanish version, Portuguese version, and the Russian version, because this 4 version can make your game to let more players know, more countries user can play your games. It's 2.4 billion user for this 4 language version. So I think it's also very important for the developer. After your success for your English version, you should think the version one by one. So this is a design. The left hand is a traditional Chinese design, and the right hand is the Western design. So if your game is a simple game, very simple and a single game, you can think about to make the let the player easy to learn how to play through the graphic and show them more graphic and with less words, so that the player can know your game very easily and get fun at the beginning. So after they play more and more and deep for your application, then they can. The willing for pay for your games is increasing, I think. So where to go? This is a common question from the Asian developer. They ask me a lot of time, except the US, where can we release our games? Usually, I think in this discussion, the US is important, but the US is a high of the risk because they have so many competitors there. So if you think you have enough resource and you have ability to enter in US, then you can go to US. But we suggest you should take care of the emerging countries like Brazil, like India, like China, like Russia, like the whole Southeast Asian countries, because in our database, we saw every transaction from every game every day. We can saw at least for Southeast Asian countries, I can share with you that the Thailand income and Vietnam, Malaysia, these 3 countries is very important to our company because they are really occupying a little bit higher rank on the top 20 countries in our database. And also, if the developer, you should think about the Middle European countries. Also, I think that the country with Latvia, Slovenia, even this country, the population is small, but it can still make very stable income every day because we saw every contraction in one day. Sometimes Slovenia can run into the top 20 countries to our database. So I think not only for US, but also you should think about other countries. It will provide you stable income. It's not so much as the US, like the Japan, but it can still provide very stable and somehow it's very good revenue for you, because for you it's not waste so many time to develop a new language version for your games. So here is the top 10 countries from our database except the US. You can see France, Brazil, United Kingdom, Germany, Russia, Turkey, Thailand, Indonesia, China, and Argentina. So these 10 countries very important for the game developer because we saw so many users, they like playing the mobile game and they like to willing to pay for the mobile game. So it's very important. And that's why the Google, the most developer, they ask me, except Google Play, there's another app store we can release to our, and how to promote except Google Play. Yes, actually, globally in the world, I think Google Play is very important in Western market, like in US, like some European countries, but it doesn't mean everything for the Android users because they have like the carrier store, like the Vodafone store, like the O2 store, like the T-Mobile store, and also we have third-party channel store. Like in China, we have 91, we have 360, we have Tencent. So this store can beat Google Play in the local market. So except Google market, there should be dozens of the app store you can release for your application. So it's also very important for you. And besides this, you still have the phone app store, like the Samsung app store, LG app store, ZTE app store, Huawei app store, TCL app store. So there are so many branding phone app store you can release your game to. So that means for this kind of app store, except Google Play, you can get more profit from other app store. This is the real data from our database. I just got 3 days or 4 days ago. Like so, we have one sport game. The monthly mobile payment revenue in Google Play is 182,000 US dollars, and the third-party store is $53,000, and this is real data. And I can tell you the application name, but the third-party store from the 53,000 US dollars per month is made by Southeast Asian countries, because you should to know what kind of country is suitable for your application. Like Thailand, the player likes the simulation games. Like the Vietnam, they like Q-style name. So you should to know what kind of application suitable in what kind of a country. Then you can make the more profit for your product. And the next one is not so big developer. It's a social app, and in the Google Play, yeah, you can see at least the third-party store can make the 30% extra for your application. It's also very important. Let's go to the summary part. Like when you develop the mobile game, I think first is you should focus on the emerging countries, because stay like the same. The U.S. and the developed countries, you have so many competitors, but maybe you can turn your point to like the China, like Taiwan, like Southeast Asian countries. These countries players, they will take care of your application, and they can make the money for your application. And besides the credit card system, you can add mobile operating billing into your application, because not all of the users, they have credit card to make the payment, but they have the phone, they have SIM card, so they can very easily pay for your game to the mobile billing. But there is disadvantage for the mobile billing. It's a very macro payment, like no more than $30 per day. So you should think about how to make price for your item. And third thing is try to localize more language to more countries, because not only English speaker countries, but also, yeah, I think you should know the mobile game income from Japan and the mobile game income from China. It's almost like the US, because these two countries they are willing to pay for your games. So you should better think about have the more language version for your games. I think it's also very important. And the last is try to use the different distribution channels. In Photomo, we help the developer to release the application to third-party channel almost 26. So if you have any question about how to distribute with more channel, you can contact me. And also my colleague Sophia is over there. So if you have any question, please contact us. Thank you.
Great, thank you, Gewben. Gewben, I had one question for Tuma. What kind of services do you offer that help people launch in other countries besides their native country?
Like we have signed with 26 App Store, and also we have signed with several tablet manufacturer and the phone manufacturer. We can help the developer which they want preload their application to the tablet or the handset, so we can enlarge the coverage for the every developer. Because very direct things let the user play your game. So where the player can download the application is very important. But you can imagine if the player they just open the handset, then your application is pop up. it's very easy for them to play your game. So this is another purpose of the Photomon service. It's also the free service for the developer.
Any questions? Got a couple minutes here. You guys have had a long day, huh? You got a question? Great.
This slide, right? Top 10 countries for Futoma, and the other slide that you are doing about the emerging market. There are some similarities. And
Yeah, I can share with you several data about the top 10 countries. The Brazil now is Brazil is the top 3. I think U.S., Brazil, and China. These 3 countries contribute so many profits every day for the.
Right. Like France, UK is not in the other slide. So does it mean that France, UK, Germany, they are actually more mature market than the emerging? Are these 3 more mature markets compared to the other slides?
Sorry.
France, UK, and Germany is not in the other, and Thailand is not in the other slide,
Yes.
the emerging market slide. So are these 4 mature markets? They've already matured comparatively.
Once you go back to the other slide that had the other
Yeah.
country list, like that, yeah. So the slide
All right. Okay. See, the one that's the difference, right, between this and the other one is the UK and Thailand, Germany. So are these the matured market compared to these other emerging markets?
In the emerging countries, you want to know which emerging countries after the UK, France, and Germany?
Yeah.
I can share with you the first emerging country you should think about is Brazil. Now Brazil, from our background system, we can see the Brazil income is in emerging countries number 1. And number 2 is China. China users, they are willing to pay for the application, but it's how in China you should think about except the mobile billing, because in China the players, they are willing to pay by the local payment, like the Alipay, UnionPay. So in Brazil, the only mobile payment is okay, but for the China, you should think about the local payment. And after these 2 countries, the Turkey and the Thailand is very important. So too surprised to me that why Thailand contributes so high profit every day, but that is true. Thailand, besides the Brazil and China, Thailand is number 3 or number 4, so it's very, very in the top rank.
Can I turn the other slide? I missed 1 or 2 countries there. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you guys, thank you.